Welcome to the Freak Athlete Zone. Let's set up your Hyper Pro before we start the workout. Simply grab the handle at the top, put one foot at the bottom, and fold your Hyper out to the flat position. On the back side, fold the vertical storage bar by pulling and setting all the way down. Now let's get into the warm-up. We're gonna get started with a quick lower body warm-up. To set this up, put your right hand on the handle here and pull the gray knob. Keep holding the handle, put your left hand on the green knob, pull and lift to the top position. And throughout this workout, I'm gonna show you exactly how to adjust mode to mode. Quick note is that you do not need to over tighten the knobs, just make sure that they are secure. All right guys, let's get started with some quarter squats for 30 seconds. You're gonna put your heels on the stand right here and get into it. Really pulse up and down. Feel your quads and knees warm up. And always remember, do not work through pain. You're here to make progress, not here to get hurt. And during this warm up, if you need to take breaks, please do so. If you need to grab some water, need to take another round of this to really feel yourself warm up, by all means, do what you need to do. And in this Freak Athlete Zone in the training library, we're continuing to make new workouts. If there's ever a workout you want to see, if there's questions you have, you can always reach out to us. Myself or one of the team members will be happy to help, and maybe we can put a workout together based on what you're looking for. All right, guys, take a quick break, and we're gonna flip right around to the other side. Now let's get into 8 full depth knees over toes squats. Heels go onto the roller in the front, hands go on the handles for assistance, and come all the way down. If this full range of motion hurts, you can just go part way, like so, and you can use the handles for extra assistance or less assistance if you feel ready. Feel free to spend some extra time at the bottom. Really feel your knees and your quads open up. This is my number 4. And one more time, nothing should hurt. Never working through pain. Here to make progress, not here to get hurt. Let's go for 3 more. If you're feeling good, feel free to stop using the handles. 2 more. That's 7, let's go. And we're done. All right, next part of the warm-up is for your hips. We're gonna do 5 reps of each direction. Just hold on to the handle for assistance. Do some quick open the gates, 5 reps, and come inside. Really slow it down if you're feeling tight. Just like that, and other way. 2, 3, 4, 5. Another side. All right, last part of the warm-up is for the hamstrings. We're gonna bring the Hyper back to the flat position. Put your right hand on the handle and pull until it's at the flat position. Now, put your hands on the Hyper and we're gonna do the elephant walk. 10 reps per side. Start with your knees bent like so. Bring one back. And to make this harder, you can lean farther forward. To make this easier, you can stand up, be more upright, or even step your legs back. If one side feels extra tight, feel free to pause. Let's go for a few more. This is my 8, 9, and 10. All right, guys, that's the warm-up. If you're still feeling tight, if you need to keep going with another round, please do so. You can repeat this as many times as you need, and make sure to get a quick break for water. Make sure you're ready, and we will get right into the workout. Let's get into the leg raise. Depending on what level of difficulty your workout is at, your Hyper might either be in the flat Nordic position or the decline position for sit-ups. To get into the leg raise, sit at the very edge, bring your hands across, and grab the handles here. An easier variation is a knee tuck, like so, and a harder variation is a full leg raise where you fight the way down. Now let's get into it. Now let's get into the Russian twist. Depending on what level of difficulty your workout is at, your hyper might be in a flat position, which is easier, or a decline position, which is harder. But either way, the movement is the same. To get in, put your hands at the top of the foot plate, slide your feet in, and twist. Your shoulders should follow the movement, just like so. An easier variation is flat, harder is decline, and even harder is holding a weight plate, a dumbbell, or a medicine ball in between your hands during the movement. To dismount, grab the handle at the top, bring your feet down, and come out. Now let's get training. Place one hand on the handle and pull the gray knob at the bottom. Lift until you hear a click. And pull the green knob, lift until you hear a click at the top position. Loosen the yellow knob with one turn and remove the Nordic pad. Now, adjust the height with the red knob here. Loosen and pull and adjust. It should be just at hip level, and you can test this by stepping in like so and making sure it's in line. Once you confirm your height, tighten the red knob. Let's get into the 45-degree back extension. Before we start, guys, we want to open this up, and gals, we can keep this closed. If you're opening this up, loosen the knobs here, 1 and 2, slide, and tighten. Next, you want to make sure that this is at the correct height. It should be just below hip level, so you get in. I am 5'10", and I'm at a level 5 position. You can see it's just below the hips. If you need to adjust the height, loosen this red knob, put your hand on the handle, and adjust as necessary. There's different levels to the movement depending on how advanced or early you are in your training. The easiest variation is assisted, where your hands stay on the handles. You're coming down, full range of motion, and up. If this feels good, you can go on to body weight, just like so. Or you can hold a dumbbell to add some extra load in the movement. Now let's get into it. attach the GHD attachment. Loosen and pull this red knob and line it up over the main frame as high as possible until it clicks in just below the level 2 position. Tighten this red knob on the side. The GHD pad should be at your knee height. You can see here that it's too tall, so you can adjust it with this red knob on the side. Loosen and adjust. For reference, I'm 5'10" and I'm at the level A position, and you can see here now that I am at the very edge of the pad. Once you have your height, tighten this red knob on the side. Now, put one hand on the footplate handle, pull the knob on the back until you hear a click. Loosen the blue knob and lift until the top position. Put one hand under the footplate, lift, and tighten the blue knob. Let's get into the reverse hyper movement. First of all, make sure that the GHD attachment is at the correct length. If you have just done a different GHD mode, it might be a little bit shorter. You want this to be in a longer position. For example, I'm 5'10", and this is at the level 10 position. To adjust the length, loosen this red knob, put one hand here, and adjust as necessary. Then tighten. If you're on the shorter side, you may need to bring it further that way. Now come on, grab the handles, and you'll see my feet are hitting the ground. What you want to do is scoot forward, like so, to give you full range of motion. Now, bring your legs up and contract your glutes at the top. If this is very easy for you, and you want to make it more advanced, you can hold the top position between your different reps. If you are extremely tall, even after shifting forward and your feet are still hitting the ground, another option is to decline the footplate to add more range of motion. To do so, put your left hand on the handle, loosen the blue knob, and adjust as necessary, such as the 30-degree position on the Hyper Pro or 20-degree on a Nordic Hyper. Now you can come in with extreme range of motion, even if you're over 6'6". Scoot forward, and you have a lot of range to get all the way through the movement. Now let's get into it. let's get into the GHD sit-up. To get into your hyper, place one foot on the step-up rod and bring your other leg across. Insert your feet into the rollers like so. You should have already set the length of the back section frame, but for reference, you should have your butt just hanging off the edge. Now, bring your arms out and extend and come up. Depending on how advanced you are in this movement, you may prefer to keep your arms together like so. And as you get more advanced, you can train with more range of motion. And to make it very challenging, you can move faster, the rep, like so. To get off your hyper, place one foot on the step-up rod and bring your other leg across and step off. Now let's get training. Now, let's remove the GHD attachment. Loosen this red knob on the side and lift. Place one hand on the footplate handle and loosen and pull this blue knob and lower the hyper until it clicks in at the bottom position. Now, fold the step-ups back into the middle. Now, loosen the red knob on the side, pull and lift until you see the number 12 appear, as well as a hole in the middle. Tighten the red knob. Insert the Nordic pad into the middle and tighten with the yellow knob on the side. Place one hand on the handle and pull the green knob until you hear a click at the bottom position. Congrats on finishing an amazing workout in the Freak Athlete Zone. Let's store your hyper away if you choose to store it vertically. To do so, engage the vertical storage bar on the back. Pull down, lift until it engages. Use the front handle and lift. If you need to move it around, there's wheels, and when you're ready to store vertically, simply put it like so. I will see you next time. Thanks for joining me today in the Freak Athlete Zone. You are now well on your way to becoming a freak athlete.